Hello, folks. Today I'm going to talk about everything that happened this past weekend in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, such as Terence Crawford confronting Teofimo Lopez in regards to Teofimo Lopez disrespecting Terence Crawford and calling him all kinds of names. When Terence Crawford walked up to Teofimo Lopez, they had a discussion, and Terence Crawford asked Teofimo Lopez why he's dogging him out. And Teofimo Lopez mentioned to promote the fight. That's the only reason he's calling out Terence Crawford. Teofimo Lopez mentioned he respects Terence Crawford. And Terence Crawford didn't get upset about that because Terence Crawford knows you have to promote the fight. It's all about promoting the fight. So he understands where Teofimo Lopez was coming from. And he knew that right from the beginning, but he still had to address that with Teofimo Lopez. They shook hands, they squashed the beef, and it's all business. Everything's business in boxing. You have to promote the fight. You have to call out the fighter. You have to create drama. You have to create an atmosphere that the fans want to see, because the fans is paying for this type of atmosphere. They like drama. Drama sells. It's like Ali, Muhammad Ali will promote the fight. Ali will talk a lot. It's to promote the fight, nothing personal. And that's what it is. It's never personal when they promoting the fight. Everybody's calling everybody out. Shakur Stevenson's calling out Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis calling out Shakur Stevenson. You got Ryan Garcia calling out Devin Haney. Devin Haney calling out Ryan Garcia. That's the way it is. You got David Benavidez calling out Canelo. Canelo calling out Dimitri Bivol. Everything to sell the fight. Drama sells the fight. That's what makes you. The tickets, you'll sell a lot of tickets by creating drama. And that's the way it is. Mike Tyson created a lot of drama. And he sold a lot of tickets. That was the hottest ticket back then when Tyson was fighting. Mike Tyson. It's all about the drama. It's all about this. It's all about the sales in the ticket and also on the pay-per-view to make as much money as possible. Boxing is entertainment. You will get hurt in boxing, but also it's an entertaining sport where they have to entertain the public. It's all about making the most money. These boxers are celebrities, and that's what they're doing. They're promoting the fight. Also, I'm going to talk about, I seen a video where Gervonta Tank Davis was sparring with Devin Haney when Devin Haney was 17 years old. And this video has to be at least 9 years old, 9 or 10 years old. And Devin Haney, I believe, went to the Mayweather gym to spar Gervonta Tank Davis. And the minute the bell rang, Gervonta Tank Davis was beating up Haney from corner to corner. Devin Haney couldn't keep Gervonta Tank Davis off him. Tank Davis was hitting him with everything, chasing him all around the ring and pounding on him. And one of the reasons this is done with Tank Davis beating up Devin Haney is because when another boxer goes into your gym, you have to show that boxer that you're the boss there. You can't let another fighter go into your gym and beat you up. And Gervonta Tank Davis was beating Devin Haney real bad. This past week, Gervonta Tank Davis mentioned that he might fight Devin Haney over there in Saudi Arabia if the money was possible. You want to make as much money as possible. Everything has to be fair. When they fight, either in Saudi Arabia or in Las Vegas. But the point is that Gervonta Davis beat up Devin Haney real bad. You can't let anybody go into your gym and beat you up and talk smack, and that's what happened. Devin Haney came in there, and throughout a few rounds, I believe they were fighting. Bill Haney, I think, stopped the fight, even though it was a sparring session, but he was getting beat up real bad. And another point I want to make is during the scoring of the fights. This past weekend, you had Carlos Ataman from the Dominican Republic, the WBC champion, with a 24-1 record, 18 KOs. He was fighting undefeated Hazam Shiraz, a British fighter, but he's an Arabic British fighter. His record was 21-0 with 15 KOs. And I believe that Carlos Ataman beat Hazam Shiraz 8 to 9 rounds. And at the end of the fight, they declared it a draw. So the judges I believe, was influenced by Turki Al-Sheikh. Turki Al-Sheikh and Frank Warren, the British promoter for Hazam Shiraz, they kept yelling to the corner of Hazam Shiraz that he's down on the fight, he has to take it up. And I believe that influenced the judge to declare this fight a draw. And I don't think that was fair. And the reason I believe they did that is simple. Hazam Shiraz is Arabic. Even though he's from the UK, he's still Arabic. So in Saudi Arabia, you have your sponsors paying top money to be sponsored in that card. You also have the tickets or the prices for that fight. And the last thing they want to see is one of their own fighters of Arabic descent lose. So there was a lot involved there. And don't be surprised if they were betting on that fight. So the gambling, the sponsors, high ticket price for that fight. So that's why they declare a draw. The point I'm trying to make with this is that, yes, it was wrong what they did. He should have lost that fight. And I'm talking about Shiraz. Carlos Ataman should have won that fight. But the point I'm trying to make with this is that they have to get better official to judge these fights. These fights can't be lopsided like the way they are. Like you have two judges with this almost the same identical scorecard, and then you have one judge, his scorecard is out of whack. So the judging has to be better. There should be cameras on these three judges when they're judging a fight. A lot of these judges play favoritism. A lot of these judges want to continue judging, and it's all about the money too with them. And favoritism. They might like this fighter more so than the other fighter. They play favoritism for countries. A Mexican judge might vote for a Mexican fighter, or a judge from the U.S. might vote for a fighter from the U.S. And it shouldn't be like that. It should be fair down the line. If you travel to certain countries, you're not going to get a fair decision. They're going to give it to the local guy. Or if the local guy is losing the fight, they're going to make it a draw. And that's why they try to mix up the judges. One from the UK, one from the US, one from Canada. They try to mix it up where it's fair. But something has to be done because the one that's losing on this, it's not only the fighter, it's the fan. When a boxer puts his heart out in the ring just to get the judges to take it away from him. And that's not fair. If he won that fight, they should give him that fight. They should educate these judge better when it comes to scoring these fights. Something has to be done because in boxing is all lopsided. Also, too, nobody should be allowed in that corner when the fight is going on except the cornerman and the fighter. A promoter shouldn't be going to a corner yelling, or a matchmaker, which is supposedly Turkey out of she, to influence the judge. Nobody should be allowed there. That's not right. They gotta block these promoters and anybody else that's gonna go in that corner. Nobody's allowed in that corner. Only the cornerman and the fighter. And that's the way it should be. And they should have officials there blocking anybody from trying to get to the corner. Such as Mayweather, when Gervonta Tank Davis was losing, Mayweather went to Tank Davis' corner and he was giving him instructions. Shouldn't be allowed. Mayweather should not be in that corner. Just like Turkey out of she should not be allowed anywhere near any corner commentating. It's done all the time and it should be stopped. The cornerman, that's the cornerman should only be there with the fighter, not a promoter, not another fighter, not an advisor, not a matchmaker, not a fan, not a relative. That's for the cornermen. They belong there. That's their space to do their business in regards to uh, giving instruction to the fighters. Also, the commentators. The commentators shouldn't be talking to the fighters, such as Timothy Bradley mentioned to Terrence Crawford a few years back. Hey, you're losing to Sean Porter. You're down a few rounds. You got to do something. That should not be allowed. There shouldn't be no communication between the commentator and the fighter or anybody and the fighter, just the cornerman. It shouldn't be allowed. There should be penalties for doing that. Penalties for Mayweather going to the corner and talking to Tank Davis, giving him instruction. Well, he's not a cornerman. He's a promoter. Timothy Bradley giving instruction to Terrence Crawford when he was fighting Sean Porter. It shouldn't be allowed. Just like Turkey out of sheet. That should not be allowed. There should be rules. The rules are there to be followed, not to change the course of the fight because you got somebody making comments to the cornerman. It shouldn't be allowed. And guess who's hearing all this commotion going on? The judge. So the judge started thinking different. So you know what? I'm going to give it to this guy because of what he's hearing in the background. It shouldn't be allowed. That's my boxing talk for today. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.